easy schedule this weekend. They play Moorhead and Northern State. Moorhead is in the bottom third of the NSIC, as is Northern State. The playoffs are right around the corner for this Northern Sun Conference. The Northern Sun Conference tournament will begin on May 2nd, and it'll continue through the 4th in Rochester, Minnesota. The Peacocks will be playing outside, not in the RCTC Dome. And the Peacocks are predicted to make the postseason. They would have to have a complete collapse, it almost seems like, for them to miss the playoffs. They sit in 8th place. The top 10 teams make the Northern Sun Conference tournament. And right now, it's a close race for that 8th spot. UMary and Northern State both tied at 10-10 in Northern Sun play. So it'll be Rachel Anello leading it off for the Peacocks here in Game 1 of this doubleheader on the Peacock Sports Network. Stephen Wilson broadcasting live from the Eischeid Softball Complex. Anello has been one of the hottest hitters for this Peacock squad over the month of April. Rachel Anello hitting .404 in 16 games in the month of April. She has a total of 23 hits. That's tied for the team high. She also has 6 doubles, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a slugging percentage of .702 in this month alone. Anello enters this at-bat with a .361 batting average. And we'll see what she can do leading off for the Peacocks here in the top of the first inning. Anello extended her long hit streak just this past Thursday against Augie, getting a couple of hits in both of those games. Bemidji State playing very close to the plate here to lead off the Game 1 of this doubleheader. Delivery from Roberts was in there for a strike. Allison Roberts has pretty good size, can be an intimidating pitcher. Also wearing that face mask. That one misses outside. Anello hitting .361 in this at-bat, has a total of 43 hits this season. That's second on the squad, trailing only Haley Hanning, one of the other seniors for this Peacock squad. Anello, one of the team captains, as that one misses outside, ball 2. 2-1 count to Anello. Infield still playing in. Third base about 7 feet in front of the bag. That one misses outside, so it's a 3-1 count. Swung on and hit. Long, high fly ball into center field, making the catch there in center field, though, is Brittany Lenander. And now it'll be Whitney Williams, the right fielder for the Peacocks, at the plate. Williams has also been red hot in the month of April. She's tied with Anello for the team high in this month alone with a .404 batting average. Williams this season hitting .343. You'll still see her show slap, but the coaches, especially assistant coach Amanda Bradbury, has been really working hard with her, trying to get her into a more of a hard slapping, as you see there, right up the middle for Williams. And Williams has now earned a hit in 12 out of her last 14 games. Now at the plate is number 1, Haley Hanning. Hanning this season has done a very good job as of late. There's a ground ball chopper too short. Fumbled at second, though, and Williams will be safe. That was Bergson getting it over to MacArthur, but MacArthur wasn't able to handle it. And the Peacocks get on base due to an error. Lauren Marlinghouse will step into the batter's box for Upper Iowa now. Runner in scoring position with Williams on second. There's a swing and a foul ball out of play. Marlinghouse is hitting .318 this season. She started every game for the Peacocks at third base, all 38. She has also scored 13 runs. There's another foul ball out of play. Making the run for it, though, was Nicole Dupay. Dupay doesn't really have the size you would think of when you think of normal power hitters, but leading the team here in batting average and RBIs. There's a high pitch from Roberts. Allison Roberts on the delivery, swung on and hit right to MacArthur, and she'll make the easy play at first. Hanning and Williams safe at second and third, respectively. It'll be Jacqueline Flood now at the plate for the Peacocks. Flood, the 5'8" freshman out of Mount Vernon, Illinois, went to Mount Vernon Township High School. Will get the start at pitcher. Will actually get the start at flex in game 2. Delivery from Roberts. Over the plate, but high. Flood has done a great job coming in as a freshman and starting right away for this Peacock squad. There's a swing and hit, ground ball over to short, and they'll get her at first base, and that'll end the inning. Whitney Williams did cross home plate, but it won't count. The Peacocks are held scoreless as they strand a couple more base runners. That's something that haunted them against Augie just this past Thursday. So it'll be Bemidji State up next in here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, remember, although this is at the Eischeid Softball Complex, Upper Iowa, the designated road team here in today's action. The starting lineup for the Bemidji State Beavers. Leading off will be Bergson, the shortstop. Hitting in the 2-hole will be Nicole Dupay, the right fielder. Hitting in the 3-hole, Lindsey Peterson, the designated player for Bemidji State. Hitting in the 4-hole, cleanup is Crystal Bowen, the third baseman. In the 5-hole is Michaela Osterman, the behind the plate catcher. Hitting in the 6-hole is Janelle Williams, the left fielder, followed by Chelsea Watson, the first baseman, and Brittany Leandler, the center fielder. Hitting in the 9-hole is Cassie MacArthur, the second baseman. MacArthur with the air there in the top of the first inning, but the Peacocks not able to take advantage of it, and now it'll be left up to Brooke Redmond and the Peacock defense to try and hold Bemidji State scoreless and get back into offensive position. Bemidji State leading off will be Bergson.
Leading off, the shortstop, number 19, Megan Bergson.
Bergson this season hitting just .169, but does have a .267 on-base percentage. There's a swing and hit right to Marlinghouse, goes off her chest, but she'll pick it up and make the throw to first, as Anella is able to grab that one above her head and make out number 1. Nicole Dupay will now step to the plate. Dupay leading the team in hitting, as I mentioned a couple times already, hitting .326. Entering this matchup. Has started all 43 games for the Beavers in right field. Delivery swung on and fouled up. In play. Duran trying to make the play, but it'll move out of her range. So Dupay will get another look at it. 0-1 count. Ball looked to be affected by the wind. Wind moving pretty much southeast to northwest. Not as strong as we've seen it in the past, though. Clouds have started to form over the Eischeid Softball Complex here in Fayette. Delivery swung on and missed. Nice strike there from Redmond on the rise ball. Redmond with a very impressive performance at Augustana, just this past Thursday. There's a pitch that misses high. She went 7 innings against the Vikings, gave up only 4 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, while striking out 4 and walking only 2. That was her 12th victory of the season for Redmond. There's a swing and a hit, popped up to first base, and Ella will get under it and make the play for out number 2. Now batting will be Lindsey Peterson, the designated player. Peterson with good size for this Bemidji State squad. Delivery from Redmond, over the plate, but low. Peterson is a backup pitcher, relief pitcher, and an infielder for the Beavers as she misses on that one. 1-1 count. Peterson's a freshman out of Cottonwood, Minnesota, went to Lakeview High School. One of Rick Sapinski's first recruits at Bemidji State. 2-1 count to Peterson. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, still 0-0. Delivery from Redmond. Right over the plate, but low. Another ball called. We'll see what Redmond goes with on the 3-1 count. Delivery low, trying to get the drop ball. That one's fouled off. Redmond's drop ball and changeup both have a low finish with the hand. There's a look like what to be a changeup. Goes off the glove of Hanning, though, in center field. And trying to make second will be Peterson, and she's in there safe, standing up. So Peterson gets a double here with 2 outs. And now at the plate will be Crystal Bowen, the third baseman for the Beavers. Bowen, a senior out of Duluth, Minnesota, went to Duluth Central High School. Delivery from Redmond, that's swung on and hit into left field. Haberman goes off her foot. That one will get free. That one will score a run. Peterson comes across the plate, and in safely at second is Bowman. And Bowen gets the second of back-to-back doubles for the Beavers, and they lead this one 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. So with 2 outs, again, the Peacocks struggle here at home. We've seen it many a time here for Upper Iowa, not able to get that final out of the inning. And giving up some runs. Here's the delivery from Redmond. That one swung on and missed. At the plate now is Michaela Osterman, the catcher. She's a freshman out of Sierra Vista, Arizona. Went to Buena High School. Osterman with good size behind the diamond. One and one count. Delivery from Redmond misses. Looked like it could have gotten the outside corner of the plate. Last weekend, Redmond was really using her curveballs to perfection. Redmond has a backdoor curve and a natural curve. There's a foul tip from Osterman. Redmond tries to get ahead in the counts with her curveball and then tries to come back to her changeup, as you saw in that first double. Changeup cost her there. She gets a strikeout, though, as Osterman goes down swinging. That's strikeout number 1 for Redmond. And the Peacocks will head to the top of the second inning, trailing 1-0 here on the Peacock Sports Network. Welcome back to the Peacock Sports Network. Stephen Wilson broadcasting live here through Stretch Internet and UpperIowaAthletics.com. The last time these two teams faced was on Senior Day here in Fayette last season. The Peacocks were able to get the sweep with a 1-0 victory in Game 1 and a 5-1 victory in Game 2. In Game 2, the Peacocks scored 4 runs in a big 5th inning to send their seniors off with a sweep. At the plate now is Bailey Haberman. Haberman, the 5'5" senior out of Torrance, California, transferred in from LA Harbor College. She gets a single right up the middle into center field. And the left fielder is on first base for Tara Duran, the sophomore out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Went to Liberty High School. Played a lot of second base last season. Has switched to behind the plate for the Peacocks this year. Has done a very good job hitting the ball. There's a bunt attempt from Duran. She fouls it off out of play. Haberman, one of 3 seniors on this Peacock squad in 2013. All 3 seniors are transferred in from community college. Rachel Anello and Haley Hanning, both from Heartland College. There's a bunt. That'll be a sac bunt as Haberman moves into scoring position at second base, and Duran is caught out at first. Bowen making that play from her third base spot to Watson at first base. It's Missy Watson. Oh, excuse me. All confused there. Missy Olson in the batter's box for the Peacocks, a second baseman for UIU. Olson, a 5'2" junior out of St. Olaf, Iowa. Went to Elkinder Central High School. Delivery is high. Olson entering today's game with a .304 hitting percentage. There's another ball. It's a 3-0 count to Olson. And there's a walk for the junior second baseman. Now at the plate will be the shortstop, Katie Minikowicz, out of Palatine, Illinois. Minikowicz hitting in the 9-hole for the first time this season. As Whitney Williams has been red hot, the Peacock coaches moved her up to the 2-hole. There's a swing and hit right to first base, and making the play and not able to get the out will be the first baseman. Should be an error. The umpires will confirm the call as Rick Sapinski goes out to talk it over. Chelsea Watson trying to make the play at first. Either thought she had the tag on Minikowicz or thought she touched the bag first. Watson trying to hold Haberman at third. Noticed that she didn't have the play in time, so she tried to get back, and Minikowicz showed off some of her speed, beating out the tag. A lot going on in the campus of Upper Iowa University on this Saturday. There's the Upper Iowa football spring game happening over at the Harms Eischeid football complex, and tonight it's the Legends Dinner for Upper Iowa Wrestling in the UIU Dorman Gymnasium. It's their 2012-2013 Honors and Awards Banquet called the Legends Dinner for Upper Iowa Wrestling.
Now batting is the first baseman, number 13, Rachel.
So Minikowicz will be safe at first. Sapinski not liking the call, but the base is loaded for Rachel Anello now. Anello already with a grand slam this season, one of her 4 home runs. Anello hitting .369. There's a strike right over the plate. 1-1 count. Allison Roberts, the pitcher for Bemidji State, getting a little bit of trouble here in the top of the second inning. That went over the plate but low. Check swing from Anello. She did not swing through. It's Haberman at third base. Missy Olsen at second. And Katie Minikowicz at first. Swung on and hit into right field. That one, nearly in play down the right field line. Just missed. As the Peacocks thought they might have had a big run-scoring at-bat there from Anello. It looked like that one was either going to go over the fence or even over the fence in foul territory. Delivery on the 2-2, swung on again, fouled off. It'll remain at 2-2. Peacocks trailing 1-0 here in the top of the second inning on the Peacock Sports Network. Upper Iowa Softball is brought to you by Windstar Lines. Windstar Lines is your official charter bus for Peacock Athletics. Delivery from Roberts. Missing low, it'll load the count up as Anello waits for the payoff pitch. Windstar Lines is the official sponsor of this second inning. Your premier ground transportation source in the Midwest. Call 1-888-494-6378 to charter a motor coach today. That one fouled off. It'll remain at 3-2 for Anello. Anello just needs to drive a run right through the gaps, tie this game up, or take the lead if Olsen's able to score from second. There's a swing and a hit. High fly ball into shallow center field. That one drops, and that'll score a run as Haberman comes home to score. Anello reaches first base successfully, and all runners are safe. So Upper Iowa ties it up with an RBI single from Rachel Anello. And now it's another red-hot hitter for the Peacocks, Whitney Williams at the plate. Williams, the sophomore out of Pella, Iowa, for Upper Iowa. Delivery is right over the plate for a first pitch strike from Roberts. Williams, a 5'5" right fielder. That one's off the plate. 1-1 count. Williams from the same hometown as head coach Anna Van Wetsinga. Wetsinga also from Pella, Iowa. Went to Central College. Was a terrific catcher. All-American, actually, for Central College. One and two count. Here's the delivery from Roberts. Swung on and fouled off again. That one will go out of play. That one will connect with the Peacock dugout. So one out here in the top of the second inning. Bases loaded for Upper Iowa. Olsen on third base. Katie Minikowicz on second base after beating out a throw, or a tag, at first base from Watson. And Rachel Anello with the RBI single at first base. Delivery, swung on and hit again, fouled off by Williams. Williams hitting .351 this season. That's third on the squad. There's a swing and hit right to short, and they'll make the play at home plate as they get Missy Olsen before the Peacocks can do any damage. Megan Bergson with the fielder's choice, going right to Osterman behind the plate and getting the tag. Haley Hanning now at the plate for the Peacocks with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Bases still loaded. Peacocks need to do a better job if they want to last in the playoffs of scoring runners when they get them on base. There's a ball one from Roberts. Lauren Marlinghouse in the on-deck circle for Upper Iowa. Delivery right over the plate for a called strike. Hanning hitting in the 3 hole today. been very successful in the month of April. There's a shallow blooper into center field. That'll score 1 run for sure, and 2 runs come across the plate as Minikowicz and Rachel Anello both score on the single from Haley Hanning. So the Peacocks get 3 runs already here in the top of the second inning. They take the lead 3-1 as Lauren Marlinghouse steps to the plate. Runners still on first and second. There's a swing and hit again right to Bergson. She'll make the play at first base, and that'll end the inning as the Peacocks strand 2 runners, but not before they get 3 runs here in the top of the second inning to retake the lead. It'll be Brooke Redmond and the Peacock defense when we come back on the Peacock Sports Network.
$100 bills and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar, double round the crown, and everybody's getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same. 'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise 'cause the girls, they are so pretty.
Welcome back to the Peacock Sports Network. Stephen Wilson broadcasting live from the Eischeid Softball Complex. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Beavers will be the left fielder Janelle Williams. There's a first pitch strike from Redmond. Williams this season hitting right at 200, 203. Delivery from Redmond. That one's high for ball 1. Jeannie Williams at the plate for the Beavers. Pops that one up into shallow out center field, and Haley Hanning making the play there for the Peacocks for out number 1. Williams, a freshman out of Bemidji, Minnesota, went to Bemidji High School, goes down for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. At the plate now is Chelsea Watson, the first baseman. There's a chopper right to Marlinghouse. She'll pick it up, throw it over to first to Anello for out number 2. So Redmond not throwing a lot of pitches here in the bottom of the second inning. Got in some trouble in the first inning, giving up that run. It was unearned, though, as there was an error in left field from Bailey Haberman. There's a little bit of chin music for number 2. That's Brittany Lenander. Lenander, the center fielder for the Beavers this season. There's a high pitch check swing as she went. So there's a strike, 1-1 count to Lenander. Season Lenander hitting just 163 entering this matchup with the Peacocks. She started 37 games. There's a swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 2 for Redmond. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Peacocks. They're up to bat again. And leading it off will be Jacqueline Flood. I was thinking it could have been Haberman, but Flood will be up next for the Peacocks as we start the top of the third inning. Again, remember the Peacocks, the designated road team here today from the Eischeid Softball Complex. Amanda Bradbury firing her team up here in the top of the third inning. This is the Peacock Sports Network. Welcome back to the Peacock Sports Network. Stephen Wilson broadcasting live here from the Eischeid Softball Complex. It's Upper Iowa against the Bemidji State Beavers. UIU leading 3-1 with Jacqueline Flood at the plate. Delivery from Roberts over the plate for a called first strike. Flood hitting .385 in this month alone. She has 20 hits, 4 doubles, 11 RBIs in the month of April. Showing bunt, there's the swing, and a foul ball there from Flood, so 1-2 count. Eight players on this Peacock squad in just the month of April alone, that's 16 games, are hitting over 300, including Flood. 2 of them are hitting over 400, that's Anello and Whitney Williams. There's a pitch in the dirt from Roberts. Flood this season hitting .333. She grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. There's a pitch that the Bemidji State coaches thought could have been a called third strike, but the home plate umpire saying that was a little bit inside. It's a full count to Flood. Here's the payoff pitch from Roberts, swung on and hit right to second base, and she'll make the play. That was MacArthur fixing for her mistake. She fumbled it a little bit, it handcuffed her. She tried to reach back for that one. But nonetheless, the Beavers get out number 1 here in the top of the third inning, and now it's Bailey Haberman at the plate for the Peacocks. Haberman out of North Torrance High School. Transferred in from LA Harbor College, community college that is. Haberman has really been solid defensively all year long. There's a swing and a hit right to short. That's Bergson. Will make the play at first for out number 2. Haberman has also been hot. She's one of the 8 players hitting over 300 in the month of April, hitting .383. To be specific. Now it's Tara Duran at the plate. That one's low, 4-1. Duran hitting .403 in this at-bat. Duran grounded out to third. A couple weekends ago, Duran had a 5 RBI game against Sioux Falls. There's a blooper into shallow left field, and making the play, trailing back was Bergson, but she'll make the catch and get the out. That'll end the top of the third inning, and we'll head to the bottom of the third inning on the Peacock Sports Network momentarily, but we'd like to take this time now to remind you about the Raising the Bar initiative here at Upper Iowa University. It's a $250,000 fundraising initiative called Raising the Bar. This new initiative will help to raise the bar for the strength and conditioning programs at Upper Iowa for its student athletes. Completion of the campaign will provide funds to expand and improve current training facilities in the UIU Dorman Gymnasium building and to convert and equip the former wrestling room into additional training space. Right now there's nothing down there below. It's actually on the bottom floor of Dorman Gymnasium. The strength and conditioning program at UIU is critical to Peacock's success on the field and on the hardwood. For more information about the Raising the Bar initiative, please log on to upperoiowaathletics.com and click on the Raising the Bar logo on the right-hand side. And to anyone wishing to support the initiative, you may contact UIU Associate Vice President for Advancement. That's Holly Johnson at 563-425-5231. Leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Beavers will be number 15, Cassie MacArthur, the second baseman out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota, went to Park High School.
Leading off the inning, second baseman, number 15, Cassie MacArthur.
MacArthur's made a couple of mistakes in the infield already in today's game, but has bounced back with a couple solid plays as well. Redmond with a first pitch strike. This is MacArthur's first appearance at the plate here today. There's a pitch outside. 1-1 count to MacArthur. MacArthur hitting 143 this season. Started 36 games, played in 39. There's a swing and hit into center field. Hanning there to make the catch, though. Hanning able to cover a lot of ground in center field, as we've seen already today. He's having a stellar season. Could be an all-NSIC conference performer at the conclusion of the 2013 regular season. Now at the plate will be the leadoff hitter, Bergson. Megan Bergson, a junior. There's a first pitch strike from Redmond. Bergson, the junior out of New London Spicer, Minnesota. Went to New London Spicer High School. Bergson's made a couple of good plays in the dirt here today defensively. She did ground out to third base to lead off the game, to lead off the bottom of the first inning, that is. Bemidji State, the home team here, after Bemidji State and Minnesota Crookston had to move their home games to Fayette due to weather. There's a pitch off the plate, 2-1 count. Redmond on the 2-1 count. That one's fouled off. It'll even it up at 2-2. Bergson hitting 167, slugging just 180 with a 267 on-base percentage. She has scored 9 runs this season, though, for BSU. Again, Bemidji State on an 8-game losing streak. There's a swing and hit right to Minikowicz at short. Chopper in the dirt. She's able to pick it up and get the out at first. It's a tough play as that ball kind of died right after it got past the rubber. Minikowicz hung with it, though, able to make the out. The Peacocks getting 3 runs in the top of the second inning as that one's fouled off from Nicole Dupay, the right fielder. Team's leading hitter this season for Bemidji State. Peacocks getting 3 runs in the top of the second inning. Bemidji State getting their solo run in the bottom of the first inning off an error, defensive error for Upper Iowa. Delivery from Redmond on the 0-1. That one's over the plate but high. Redmond's been very solid this season, but she has had some struggles when her rise ball fails to rise. When she hangs it out over the plate, she can get in trouble, and other teams can take it yard. You see that one. That one's back to center field wall. Haley Hanning able to make the play, but Redmond nearly got in trouble on that one as Dupay thought she had a 4-bagger for her squad. Now it's the Peacocks heading into the top of the 4th inning. Upper Iowa with a quick 1-2-3 inning in the last 2 innings for defense. And now it's the Peacocks at the plate next. You're listening to the Peacock Sports Network online exclusively at UpperIowaAthletics.com. Broadcast through Stretch Internet. Welcome back to the Peacock Sports Network. At the plate now, leading off the fourth inning for Upper Iowa will be Missy Olson. We'd like to remind you the fourth inning is brought to you by the Alpha Tap. Satisfy that hunger with the Alpha Tap, closer than you think. The Alpha Tap is just a short drive west on Highway 18 from West Union, serving up just 6 seafood and monster tenderloins. The Peacock faithful are always welcome at the Alpha Tap. There's a swing and a hit. Olson into left field. That one's dropped by the center fielder, and Olson will reach first base successfully. That's Lenander not able to make the play as it went off of her glove, and Olson gets the single to lead off the top of the fourth inning. Katie Minikwitz now at the plate for Upper Iowa. Minikwitz hitting in the 9-hole again for the first time this season. Shows bunt. Pulled back at the last second. Minikwitz bats left, throws right. There's a swing and a hit into that's into left center field, as Minikwitz was able to get that one. It almost looked like a slap. Minikwitz was well on her way to first base when she made contact with the ball. Got it into the outfield by getting it past Berkson. Berkson not able to change her direction in time. She was moving towards second base. A little hit and run action from the Peacocks as Olson was off. There's a hit from Rachel Anello into right field. That'll score a run if Olson gets on her wheels, and she will. So Rachel Anello with another RBI. This one an RBI double here in the top of the fourth inning. The Peacocks now lead 4-1. Now with the plate will be number 9, Whitney Williams, the right fielder for the Peacocks, with runners on second and third. Minikwitz at third, Anello at second. Roberts getting in some trouble here. Again, Roberts with entering this matchup with an 11.79 ERA. That was coming into this weekend. Roberts with a couple of balls and this at bat. She'll have a talk with Michaela Osterman. Roberts with a 1-3 win-loss record this season. She's made 16 appearances, started 4 games. She has 1 complete game in 32 2/3 innings of work coming into this weekend. Delivery on the 2-0 swung on, hit right back to Roberts, and she will make the tag. Now it's a game of pickle, as Katie Minikwitz is out at third base. Rachel Anello with the smart play to get 2 runners, pretty much essentially the same situation, just 1 out difference. Now it's Whitney Williams at second and Rachel Anello at third. Now at the plate is Haley Hanning. Hanning reached on an error in the first inning. Also had a single in the second inning. That was a 2-run single. Delivery from Roberts, swung on and fouled off. That one's out of play into the fan stands here at the Eischeid Softball Complex. In the on-deck circle is Lauren Marlinghouse. Roberts missing with that one. It's a 1-1 count to Hanning. 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Peacocks have already scored a run here in the fourth. Here's a delivery from Roberts. Swung on, hit into left field. That'll score another one. Williams will hold at third base. Anello will score. And Haley Hanning.
And now batting the third baseman, number 5, Lauren Marlinghouse.
Haley Hanning will be called out. Hanning made her way back to first base after advancing to second. Here's the delivery from Roberts. That one's high. Wild pitch coming home is that was Williams, and she will score. So the Peacocks get a run off the wild pitch from Roberts. It's now a 6-1 lead for the Beavers. Roberts, there's a strike over the plate to Marlinghouse. Marlinghouse hitting .317 coming into this weekend with 33 total hits. There's a line drive shot to center field, and making the play is Lenander, but not before the Peacocks score 3 runs in the top of the 4th. It's a 6-1 ball game. Upper Iowa leading as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Peacocks looking to get another win here in conference play. They already have 11 this season. That's way more than they've ever had under head coach Anna Van Wetsinga. So Van Wetsinga making progress here for the Peacocks in 2013. This is the Peacock Sports Network. You're listening to Upper Iowa Softball online exclusively at UpperIowaAthletics.com. Welcome back to the Peacock Sports Network. It's the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'd like to remind you the 3rd inning is brought to you by the Alpha Tap. Satisfy that hunger with the Alpha Tap. Serving up delicious steaks, seafood, and monster tenderloins. The Peacock faithful are always welcome at the Alpha Tap. Here's the delivery from Redmond. Swung on and hit. Popped up in the dirt. That's actually on the grass. Missy Olsen making the play from her second base position. And going down swinging was Lindsey Peterson, the designated player. Now it's Crystal Bowen, the 3rd baseman for the Beavers, at the plate. Bats right, throws right. Redmond has a dangerous curveball that breaks in on right-handed hitters. Tried to get that one off the plate. That one's a ball. One no count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 6-1 lead for Upper Iowa. They scored 3 runs in both the 2nd and 4th inning. There's a swing and a miss from Bowen. Bowen reached base successfully in the 1st inning with a single, hitting .268 this moment in time. There's the delivery from Redmond. Swung on and hit, missed again. And it's a 1-2 count for Redmond, already with 2 strikeouts here today. Delivery from Redmond. That one's high. Check swing. No, she did not. Coach Van Wetsinga has message to some of these Peacock pitchers, despite them being young, is Van Wetsinga just tries to keep it simple for them. Just ask them to attack on every pitch. There's a foul ball off the back fence. Van Wetsinga has been very proud of her 2 freshman pitchers, Redmond and Jacqueline Flood, especially over the last week and a half. She thought they have pitched very maturely this season, especially against Southwest Minnesota State and against a very good squad against Augie. There's another strikeout for Redmond. That's number 3 as Bowen goes down swinging. Now at the plate will be the catcher, Michaela Osterman. Osterman was one of the 3 strikeouts for Redmond earlier today. She's 0 for 1. There's a first pitch strike from the freshman from Bashore, Kansas. Redmond has really worked on her backdoor curve, and it's really been effective for her this year. Delivery swung on and fouled off. 0-2 count to Osterman. Redmond never really thought she'd be at this position at this point in her freshman season with 12 wins and 12 complete games. And a very dangerous pitcher in the NSIC, as she proved on that pitch. Gets Osterman. And that's strikeout number 4 for the Peacocks. That'll end the 4th inning. We'll move into the top of the 5th when we come back on the Peacocks Sports Network. Another wild pitch from Roberts. That one going off the backstop here at the Eischeid softball complex. Jacqueline Flood at the plate for the Peacocks. Fouls that one off. 1-2 count to the freshman pitcher. Flood, the designated player in 98% of the games this season for Upper Iowa. Roberts gets her first strikeout of the game as she got Flood on the outside corner of the plate, and now it'll be Bailey Haberman at the plate. Haberman is 1 for 2 today with a single that she scored on and a ground out back in the 3rd inning. Haberman hitting .330 this season. Delivery from Roberts, swung on, hit into left field. That one could get over the wall. That one will connect with the wall, stay in play. Haberman will be in safely at second, standing up. And Haberman gets another double to add to her resume this season. That for her, that's her 10th double of the season. Now at the plate will be number 20, the catcher, Tara Duran. Duran this season leading the team, hitting .397. She started this week at .433, entered today at .403. Batting average is that wild pitch costs Roberts a base as Haberman's able to steal third base. Won't go down in this scorebooks is stolen base, just an advanced base on the wild pitch. There's a swing and a hit. That's a home run for Tara Duran. And for Tara Duran, that's a 2-run shot here in the top of the 5th inning. That's her second home run of the season. Duran now has 19 RBIs. She's definitely going to be up above 400 now after that swing. Duran able to put the Peacocks up 8-1 here in the 5th inning. Upper Iowa, after a slow start, has really bounced back strong. 3 runs in the 2nd inning, 3 runs in the 4th inning, and that 2-run shot from Tara Duran here in the 5th. Head coach of the Beavers, Rick Sapinski, now making a pitching change. It'll be Peterson, Lindsey Peterson, the designated player for the Beavers, moving into the pitching circle. Peterson this season has made 8 appearances, 2 starts. She has a 4.79 ERA. She does have 2 complete games in both of her starts this season. Coming in the relief role here in the top of the 5th inning. Peterson has just 19 innings of work under her belt this season. She's to go along with 8 strikeouts, 9 walks, 13 earned runs allowed, and 26 runs allowed in all. Peterson with good size for a pitcher. As you can see her warming up. Peterson, a freshman this season out of Cottonwood, Minnesota, went to Lakeview High School. And it'll be Missy Olson at the plate for the Peacocks. Olson hitting .312. Currently entered the week just below 300. She would have been the 9th player for the Peacocks that would have been over 300, but she was right there on the edge at 299 entering the week. Now she's over 300, 312 to be exact right now. She has reached base in both of her at-bats today, was walked in the 2nd inning, and reached on a single in the 4th inning. She'll take a first pitch strike from Peterson. Delivery on the 0-1 is over the plate. Another strike from Peterson. Here's the delivery on the 0-2. Trying to get the strikeout. That one misses off the corner of the plate. Upper Iowa baseball is in play today. They're in Winona State. They will host the Warriors at Robertson Woods Fields tomorrow here in Fayette. If you're around town, you should come check out the games. Upper Iowa Peacock baseball trying to make a playoff push to end the regular season in 2013. There's a swing and a miss. Foul tip from Olson. Still a 1-2 count. Olson's been very consistent this year, right around 300 all year. There's another foul tip. Coach Van Wetsinga says she can always count on Missy Olson to be tuned in, to be checked into every game, and she always plays very hard, doing everything she can for the team to win. She might not always get the results that are usually wanted, but Coach Van knows that she's in it for the win, and there's another single for Olson. She smacks that one into left field. So now there's a runner on for Katie Manikowitz, the shortstop for the Peacocks. Manikowitz, a very clutch hitter, especially with runners in scoring position this season. There's a stolen base attempt from Olson. She'll be in safely at second. Making the throw from behind the plate was Osterman. Not getting there in time to make the tag was Bergman from her shortstop position. And that ball went into center field. Olson with the successful stolen base. So Olson now with 5 stolen bases this season. There's a foul ball into foul territory. Manikwitz with a blooper on the 0-1 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the delivery from Peterson. Swung on hit into center field. And not having to move very much was Lenander. Brittany Lenander able to make the play for out number 2. Out.
Now batting the first baseman, number 13, Rachel Anello.
Now at the plate will be Rachel Anello. So the Beavers with a pitching change have got 2 outs, but there is a runner in scoring position with Olson. Anello out the plate hitting .369 this season. She has a double, a single, and a fly out here today. 2 for 3. That one's inside. Peterson trying to protect that inside corner of the plate, trying to get Anello to back up. There's the delivery right over the plate. 1-1 count. Anello on the 2-1. Swung on and hit, popped up into left field. Making the chase out there is Williams. And Janine Williams will make the out. And that'll end the inning, but not before the Peacocks get 2 runs on the board. It's an 8-1 ball game. Peacocks lead. And Upper Iowa might make some changes here to the defense, and they will. As head coach Anna Wetzingen talks to the head umpire. When we come back, we'll bring you those changes right here on the Peacock Sports Network.
It's over when it's over, ain't it, baby? Ain't she like a dag? Can't it, baby? Can't it? Wish we could do it over. Damn it, baby, damn it. We had it in the air, just couldn't land it. It's the first snap of the last straw, where regrets outlast the alcohol. It's a cold sweat in an empty bed. The dreams are like a knife when you're hanging by a thread. It ain't no better we can make it if we just play the right cards. Now it's over when it's over, ain't it, baby? Ain't it? If she like a bag, ain't it, baby?
Welcome back to the Peacock Sports Network. Stephen Wilson broadcasting live here from the Eischeid Softball Complex. Upper Iowa with the defensive change. Whitney Williams will not be in right field any longer. Kayla Bergman entering for the Peacocks. Bergman, the 5'4" junior out of Sumner, Iowa, went to Sumner Fredericksburg High School. Playing behind a couple seniors and Williams. Bergman now in right field for the Peacocks. First pitch is off the plate from Redmond. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, there's a line drive shot to center field. Making the play is Hanning as Janine Williams goes down. And now it'll be number 23, Chelsea Watson, the first baseman at the plate for the Beavers. Peacock fans, don't forget to tune in 10 minutes before every game this season for the Peacock Athletic Fund pregame show. We'll break down everything you need to know about Peacock softball and Upper Iowa University news, and we'll get you set for the first pitch, but it's only on the Peacock Sports Network. So Redmond giving up only 1 run. It was not an earned run and has been solid since that bottom of the 1st inning. She gets a strike there. Oh, 0-2 count now to Watson. There's a swing and hit. Chopper to Olson. Olson able to make the play, and she'll get it over to Anello. Solid play there from Olsen at second base.
Now batting center fielder, number 2, Brittany Leander.
Olsen, you can always count on her getting to those kinds of hits, especially in the dirt, but she's not always able to get to glove it or stop it and pick it up and get it out in time. Has a couple of errors this season, but a pretty strong fielding percentage nonetheless at .940. Delivery on the 0-1 is high from Redmond. At the plate now is Brittany Leander, the center fielder for Bemidji State. Leander today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. There's a chopper into right field. Got over the head of Olsen. So there's a runner on now for number 15, Cassie MacArthur. MacArthur, the second baseman for the Beavers. The Park High School product for Bemidji State. MacArthur at the bottom of this lineup, hitting-wise, hitting just .143. Has scored 5 runs, though, and has 5 doubles. Also has a home run for Bemidji State, just one of 14 total for BSU. Two and 0 count to MacArthur. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Delivery from Redmond swung on, and there's a strike from the freshman pitcher. Redmond always does a nice job of mixing up her pitches. There's another strike, evens up the count at 2 and 2. For Upper Iowa, that's really the key for the entire pitching staff, mixing up the pitches. Redmond will get ahead with curveballs, and when she does get ahead, her changeup is very deadly. Coach Van says her changeup has come a long way this year. There's a swing and a miss. There's a rise ball from Redmond, and that's strikeout number 5 for the freshman pitcher. And the Peacocks will head to the top of the 6th inning, leading 8-1 here in the Eischeid softball complex. Bemidji State back on defense, needing a big stop from their pitcher, Peterson, here on the Peacock Sports Network. Welcome back to the Peacock Sports Network. It'll be the Peacocks leading off the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Kayla Bergman at the plate for Upper Iowa. Bergman with just 2 at-bats this season. Bergman has scored 8 runs, though, has been used a lot this season as a pinch runner. Has played in 22 total games for Upper Iowa this year. Is getting some action here in right field against the Beavers in Game 1. Delivery from Peterson is off the plate. Bergman taking a couple steps. She is a slap hitter. Bats left. 5'4" junior out of Sumner, Iowa. Sumner Fredericksburg High School product. There's a swing and a foul tip right into fan territory. That guy was not paying attention, and that foul ball got him in the foot. Looks to be okay, though. Peterson throwing at the head of Bergman. Bergman had to duck out of the way of that one. 2-1 count now. After the dangerous pitch from Peterson, it looked like that one slipped out of her hand. 2-1 swung on and fouled off again. Bergman evens up the count at 2-2. Bergman no hits this season and 2 at-bats. Replacing Whitney Williams in right field. Hope Williams is okay, especially for the playoff run that's coming up for the Peacocks. There's a hit for Bergman as she beats out the chopper in the infield. She got it right to the second baseman, MacArthur. But again, another little bit of a fumble, I would call it. Fumbled it, tried to get it over to Watson at first and just wasn't in time as Bergman leads off the top of the 6th inning with a leadoff single. Rick Sapinski, the Beavers head coach, once again talking to the home plate umpire by the Bemidji State dugout, either complaining about the call or telling him what he wants to see here. Here's Peterson on the first pitch to Haley Hanning. Hanning hitting .359. Hanning 2 for 3. Make that 3 for 4. She gets that blooper into left field. Bergman will advance to second base safely, and that'll be Lauren Marlinghouse at the plate for the Peacocks. Marlinghouse hitting .310 coming into this at-bat. She is 0 for 3 today, though. She has a flyout and 2 groundouts. Left a couple runners on base. Marlinghouse has left a runner on base in each of her 3 at-bats. Here's the delivery from Peterson. Swung on and hit foul down the left field line. So Haley Hanning has continued her impressive play in the month of April. Hanning hitting right around .360. Has a total of 25 RBIs just in this month alone. One and 2 count to Marlinghouse. Delivery from Peterson misses off the outside of the plate. Offensively, Marlinghouse has a lot of power behind her bat. She already has 3 home runs this season, but she's still young, so she needs to learn how to let the ball come to her and get ahead in the count. There's another foul tip. Marlinghouse picking her pitches carefully, 2 and 2 count. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, runners on first and second. Bergman at second. Haley Hanning at first base. Delivery from Peterson is low. That'll load up the count at 3 and 2. Coming into the season, the coaches Ben Wetzinger and Amanda Bradbury knew what kind of freshman players they had. Marlinghouse is one of those that started every game. As she draws a walk, loads up the bases for another pinch hitter for the Peacocks. At the plate now will be number 14, Casey Musgrave. So Casey Musgrave, the pinch hitter for the Peacocks, 5'5" freshman out of Solon, Iowa, went to Solon High School. We also have a pinch runner at first base will be Maddie Wilkin, another 5'5" freshman. This one, Wilkin out of Center Point, Iowa, went to Center Point Urbana High School with the likes of Sam Elgin from the men's basketball team. So Musgrave will head to the plate with the bases loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. Coach Van Wetzinger getting some of her starters a little breathing. Able to give her starters a break as some of the younger freshmen come in. see what they can prove. Musgrave, no at-bats this season. Oh, excuse me. She has 16 at-bats this year. A little higher up than some of the freshmen. It's been used a little bit more than a pinch hitter. 17 appearances for Musgrave, hitting .250 this year. Has a total of 4 hits, has scored 1 run. Delivery over the plate from Peterson. Oh, 0-2 count to Musgrave, getting in a little bit of a hole here with no outs. The bases loaded. There's a high pitch from Peterson, trying to get the rise ball working on Musgrave. Delivery on the 1-2 is low to leaving up the count at 2-2. 3 freshmen on the bags are at the plate for the Peacocks at the moment. Bergman at third. Maddie Wilkin at first base and Casey Musgrave at the plate. Delivery on the 2-2 swung on but fouled off and out of play down the right field line. It'll remain at 2-2. Peacocks leading 8-1 here for those of you just tuning in. Delivery on the 2-2 swung on and missed, and Musgrave will go down swinging. Bailey Haberman will now step to the plate for Upper Iowa. Trying to advance some of these runners and increase this Peacock lead. Upper Iowa has scored 3 runs in the top of the 2nd inning and the 4th inning. They also scored 2 runs in the 5th inning off a 2-run home run from Duran. There's a single from Bailey Haberman, and that'll score 1 run. And the 2nd run comes in safe as well. Haley Hanning able to beat the tag at home as Osterman was able to get the throw from left field. That was Williams, Jeannie Williams making the throw. It was a pretty good throw in front of the plate, but Osterman had to reach back. And Hanning able just to get around the tag and get her hand on the plate. And now Tara Duran will step to the plate with still 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Upper Iowa now leading 10-1. Maddie Wilkin at second base. Bailey Haberman now at first base. Delivery from Peterson. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. Tara Duran already with a 2-run home run in today's game. Has those 2 RBIs. Duran hitting .406 currently. Got back above 500 before that home run. She was right about .397. There's a delivery from Peterson. Swung on and hit into left field. That could score another runner. That will. There's an error in left field on Williams, and that'll score 2 runners. Tara Duran trying to make it all the way to third, and and she will make it into third safely. So the Peacocks get 2 more runs here. They lead 12-1 here in the top of the 6th inning, as the mercy rule will most likely come into play here before we get to the 7th inning, unless Bemidji State can get a couple of runs. Williams will be charged the error in left field. So Tara Duran is on third base for Upper Iowa. It's only 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. We'll have a pitching change for Bemidji State. Heading to shortstop will be Peterson. And the third baseman, Bowen. Crystal Bowen will move to the pitching circle.
I'll be there in a second, George.
So Bowen will step into the pitching circle for Bemidji State. This will be the first appearance for Bowen this season.
Number 22, Crystal Bowen.
Bemidji State not electing to use probably their strongest pitcher, Allie Duhlman. Duhlman with just a 3-12 win-loss record, but just a 4.49 ERA. All of the pitchers are above 5 for Bemidji State. Dolman has over 101 innings pitched, as does Kelsey Saralampi. Saralampi is 4-18 this season for Bemidji State. She also has a team-high 65 strikeouts, but the Beavers electing to go with Crystal Bowen. Bowen, the senior from Duluth, Minnesota, went to Duluth Central High School, getting her first appearance in the pitching circle in relief here in the top of the 6th inning. Working against Erica Kurgan. This is Kurgan's first at-bat in today's game. Kurgan, the 5'9" freshman out of Ankeny, Iowa, went to Ankeny High School. Saw a lot of Iowa native players here at the plate for the Peacocks over the last couple of at-bats. In the on-deck circle is Mara Jones. Jones is another freshman out of Tiffin, Iowa, went to Cellar Creek Amana High School. There's a strike from Bowen. 1-1 count. There's a swing and a hit into center field. That could be a home run, and it is. Erica Kurgan with a 2-run shot here in the top of the 6th inning, and the runs just keep piling up for the Peacocks. Erica Kurgan brought Duran home from third with the shot over center field wall. And Bowen giving up a home run. And the runs just keep piling up for the Peacocks. They now lead 14-1, as they've scored 6 runs, here in the top of the 6th inning. So it looks like it'll be Mara Jones at the plate now after Erica Kurgan pinch hit. Kurgan with the home run. I don't think there was really any question. As soon as that ball left her bat, I think you knew that that was going to be a home run for Kurgan. That was her 3rd home run of the season. Her other 2 home runs came in the same weekend. That was early in non-conference play. Now Mara Jones will have a crack at it. Jones has had 4 at-bats this season, has not earned a hit. Those are only 4 appearances. There's a swing and a blooper into right field off the glove of MacArthur. So Jones and the Peacocks really doing some damage here in the top of the 6th inning as Mara Jones reaches base successfully. And now it'll be Bobby Jo Ney, the 5'8" freshman reserve catcher out of West Union, Iowa, and Wartburg College transfer at the plate for the Peacocks. Katie Minikowicz pinch running for the Peacocks at first base. Bobby Jo Ney has really only seen action in non-conference play. Had 1 at-bat, earlier this season. Has appeared in 2 games. Katie Minikowicz pinch running at first base for Upper Iowa. Upper Iowa still, again, with 6 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. They're blowing this one wide open. It's a 14-1 game. Bemidji State looking to try and get out of this inning. They've already made 2 pitching changes. They went to Peterson, who's now at shortstop, and now they're in the pitching circle is Bowen, the 3rd baseman. There's a swing and a miss from Ney. Delivery is inside from Bowen. Bobby Jo with good size, a transfer from Wartburg College, 5'8". There's a swing and a miss. It's a 1-2 count. Delivery from Bowen. That one's low and in the dirt. Bobby Jo Ney is tied, or is right at the same height as Jacqueline Flood, one of the tallest players on the team. Bobby Jo will take her base, as that was a walk.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 4, Kayla Bergman.
There's a little bit of confusion out on the infield dirt. It'll be the Beavers made the tag at second base. Bobby Jonay took her base at first, and Bone thought it was just the third ball of the at-bat. Again, head coach of the Beavers, Rick Sapinski, the 18th head coach in Beavers school history, out there talking to the home plate umpires. Sapinski, a lot of experience as both an amateur softball player and as a coach. He was most recently the coach of Bates College. Sapinski's a native of Minnesota, Little Canada to be specific. He served at Bates College as an assistant softball coach for 3 years. Bates College is in Lewiston, Maine. In 2 seasons, he helped lead the NCAA Division III Bobcats to a 20-38 overall record. This season, the Beavers at just 8-35 overall, 2-24 in the NSIC. At this point, Upper Iowa leading though in Game 1, 14-1 here in the 6th inning as head coach Anna Van Wetzingen makes her way over to the conversation right in front of the Beavers dugout. Bates assistant coach DJ Gwynn is a very interesting story for Bemidji State. She works primarily with pitchers and catchers. Gwynn came to BSU from LaSalle University in Philadelphia, where she played 4 years of collegiate softball in the Atlantic 10 Conference. She finished her career as the Explorers' 5th on the school's all-time strikeouts list. A very good pitcher. She was a native of Rohnert Park, California. Gwynn played travel softball for the NorCal Assault and was also a starting pitcher on the 2007 U.S. Olympic softball team that competed in the Canada Cup. So Gwynn with a lot of experience, but her pitchers not really showing that experience from the pitching circle here today. Getting pulled early was Allison Roberts, Roberts with an ERA right around 9. And now it'll be Kayla Bergman at the plate for the Peacocks with runners on first and second. Bobby Jonay making her 3rd appearance in the 2013 season. Got the walk and is at first base. Katie Manikowitz at second. Delivery from Peterson is high. Bergman reached base in her last at-bat. Here's delivery on the 1-0. The tag at second, not in time as Manikowitz is back in safely. It's a 2-0 count to Bergman. Peterson back in the pitching circle as Bowen goes back to third base. Osterman able to save that one. Looked like almost another wild pitch there from Peterson. So that one was high. 3-0 count to Bergman. This could load the bases up for Hanning, who's in the on-deck circle. That one's ball 4. And so the bases are loaded for Haley Hanning, this senior out of Armington, Illinois. And no one's really been hotter than Hanning this week. Hanning with a 2-run jack against Augie in Game 1. Also scored a run in a 3-1 victory over the Vikings. There's a strike from Peterson. Check throw to third. Manikowitz back in time. Manikowitz is the most dangerous base runner for the Peacocks this season. Manikowitz has a total of 11 stolen bases as Hanning fouls that one off. Past the Peacocks bullpen. Upper Iowa again with 6 runs here in the 6th inning. Looking for more with the bases loaded. Haley Hanning at the plate. Here's the 0-2 count from Peterson. Off the plate for ball 1. It's Kayla Bergman at first base, Bobby Jonay at second base. And Minikwitz at third base. There's a swing and a chopper from Hanning. And that one will go foul. Count will remain at 1-2. Hanning may have been called out anyways as she moved out of the way of the tag. Possible tag from Watson. Pretty smart move, though, from Watson to let that one go foul. Now Peterson with a 1-2 count delivery. Swung on, hit right back to her. Hanning will get a couple of RBIs as Minikwitz scores. Bobby Jonay will hold up at third base. Haley Hanning with the RBI single here. And the Peacocks now lead 15-1 here in the top of the sixth inning. And it's Maddie Wilkin now at the plate for Upper Iowa. Making another pitching change are the Beavers. It'll be number 6, Kelsey Saralampi. Thought we'd see Saralampi a little bit earlier than this. Head coach Rick Sapini having to go to his bullpen.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 6, Kelsey Saralampi.
Sarah Lampe has a little bit of strange delivery. Has a deadly curveball. The left-hander for the Beavers. She's a senior this year out of Esco, Minnesota. Went to Esco High School. And now comes into a pinch here in the top of the sixth inning, with Maddie Wilkin at the plate. Only one out after the RBI single from Hanning. Scored another run. 7 runs scored here for the Peacocks in the sixth inning. They lead 15-1 here, and the mercy rule will definitely take place here in the bottom of the sixth inning if the Beavers can't get any runs across the board. Here's a delivery from Sarah Lampe. That one's fouled off by Wilkin. It's lefty versus lefty. Maddie Wilkin, the 5'5" freshman of Center Point, Iowa, at the plate for the Peacocks. Pinch ran for UIU earlier in this inning. Sarah Lampe with a 5.17 ERA. She's made 25 appearances, including this one. Started 21 games, has 10 complete games. Definitely one of the strongest pitchers for this Bemidji State squad. Delivery on the 1-1 is low. It's 2-1 count. 3-1 count, excuse me. Delivery swung on and hit into right field, and Wilkin will get an RBI as Bobby Jonay scores from third base. And the bases remain loaded for the Peacocks as Casey Musgrave heads to the plate. It's now a 16-1 ball game. The Peacocks have scored 8 runs here in the top of the sixth inning. Sarah Lamke trying to get out of a jam here for Bemidji State. Casey Musgrave at the plate. Musgrave, 5'5" freshman of Solon, Iowa. Part of the 2013 recruiting class for head coach Anna Van Wetzing. There's a blooper to short, and Musgrave will be caught out. Making the play is Bergson. Bergson with the diving catch. And now Jenna Hermson will step to the plate for the Peacocks as Hermson pitch hits. Jenna Hermson, the 5'7" sophomore out of Masonville, Iowa, went to West Delaware High School as the brother in the major leagues. Jenna Hermson's brother, BJ Hermson, plays for the Minnesota Twins, 6'5", 240-pound right-handed pitcher. Went to West Delaware High School with Jenna out of Manchester, Iowa. BJ was drafted in the 6th round of the 2008 MLB June amateur draft. BJ's younger sister is very athletic, though, as well. Jenna seen a lot of action at pinch hitter and pinch runner for the Peacocks this year. Hermsen hitting just at 100 in just 10 at-bats. She does have 3 runs scored, 1 hit. She's played in 15 games, started 5 from the pitching circle. Delivery on the 3-0 is over the plate for a strike. Hermsen this season is 1-3 from the pitching circle. She's made 9 appearances, started 6 of them, but does have an ERA of 7.39. As a pinch hitter, Hermsen has drawn 5 walks. There's a swing and a hit, a chopper that'll go foul on the payoff pitch. It'll remain at a full count to Hermsen. Peacock fans, don't forget to like our Facebook page by logging on to upperithathletics.com and clicking on the Facebook logo. Like our page to see all the latest stories, photos, videos, stats, and more, including the recap of this game. There's a strike from Sarah Lampke as Hermsen goes down looking. And that'll end the top of the 6th inning, but not before the Peacocks score 8 runs. They lead 16-1 as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. The Peacocks need one more defensive effort, and they get the Game 1 victory right here on the Peacock Sports Network. Welcome back to the Peacock Sports Network. Stephen Wilson broadcasting live here from the Eischeid Softball Complex. Upper Iowa puts all of its defensive players back in except for starter Whitney Williams. Williams exited right around the 5th inning as Kayla Bergman came in right field for Upper Iowa. Now at the plate for the Beavers will be Megan Bergson, the shortstop. A junior out of New London Spicer, Minnesota. Here's the delivery from Redmond. There's a swing and a pop-up into the infield. Marlinghouse gets under it and makes out number 1. So a 1-pitch out for Redmond, and she's now 2 outs away from picking up her 13th victory of the season. And her 13th complete game. At the plate now is number 5, Nicole Dupé. Dupé, a very dangerous hitter for the Bemidji State Beavers. She fouls that one off. Behind the plate is Tara Duran. At first base is Rachel Anella. At second is Missy Olson. At third is Katie Manikowitz. At short is Katie Manikowitz. At third is Marlinghouse. In left field is Haberman. Hanning in center field. And Kayla Bergman in right. There's a strike off the supposedly check swing from Dupé. Dupé is a junior out of Woodbury, Minnesota. Went to Woodbury High School. Redmond thought she had that strike and almost the strikeout on the 0-2 count. There's a ball from Redmond as that one just barely misses. Dupé is 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. Dupé hitting just .313 this season. Delivery swung on a hit into left field. That one could be a home run, and it will be into the trees behind the left field wall. And the Beavers will congratulate Dupé at home plate, but the Beavers still trail 16-2 after the home run from Dupé. for Nicole Dupé. That was her 5th home run of the season. That's a team high. She also has a team high 25 RBIs as she connects on her first hit of the game. Redmond giving up the home run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. For Redmond, that was her 11th home run given up this year. That's second on the team to Jacqueline Flood. We mentioned it in the probably the 2nd or 3rd inning when Redmond's rise ball doesn't get up high enough, can be dangerous. Hitters can take it yard, as you saw in that one from Dupé. Now at the plate for the Beavers is Kelsey Saralampi. Saralampi, a senior. In the pitching circle, got the final 2 outs of that 6th inning after 8 runs across the plate for the Peacocks. 1-1 count to Saralampi as she fouls that one off. It's a 1-2 count now. Saralampi, a very good hitter for this Bemidji State squad, hitting right at 400, but has only 10 at-bats. She does have 2 doubles and a home run. She has a total of 5 RBIs this season, slugging .900. That's a team high. Brooke Redmond getting the softball that she wants. Trying to get the final 2 outs here of the 6th inning. Here's the delivery from Redmond. Swung on and missed. And there's another strikeout. That's Redmond's 6th of the afternoon. Now at the plate is the 3rd baseman. Number 22 is Crystal Bowen. Also saw her in the pitching circle from the rubber for the Beavers at some point in that 6th inning. Delivery from Redmond. On the 0-0 pitch is off the plate and outside. For Redmond, it's really about the routine. Trying to be consistent throughout the day, throughout each pitch and each inning. Always see her take the same type of approach. Coach Van has really prepped her bullpen mentality to be strong and hold up through a long season. Trying not to give up the big inning. Redmond's only given up 1 earned run here today, 2 total runs. That one's fouled off by Bowen. 1-2 count. Redmond struggled a little bit with her consistency. The second to last time the Peacocks were on the road, that was at Wayne State. Redmond didn't get the same results that she did against Winona State, 2 of the best teams in the NSIC. There's a swing and a fly. High fly ball into right field. Missy Olsen there in time, and that'll end the inning. And that'll end the game as the Peacocks get the victory here in Game 1, 16-2 here on the Peacock Sports Network. Brooke Redmond getting the win, her 13th of the season. Redmond also getting the 13th complete game of her 2013 freshman season. So Brooke Redmond improves to 13-5 overall this season, and 13 complete games again for the freshman pitcher out of Bashore, Kansas. Peacock fans, don't forget you can follow the Peacocks on Facebook by logging on to UpperIAthletics.com and clicking on the Facebook logo. Like our page, see all the latest stories, photos, videos, stats, and more, including the videos, stats, photos, and a recap from today's Game 1 and Game 2. Doubleheader with the Beavers. Stay tuned to the Peacock Sports Network for the broadcast of Game 2. Again, Upper Iowa, the designated road team in these final NSIC home games of the 2013 regular season conference schedule. Peacock fans, you can also follow the Peacocks on Twitter. Just search for the handle at UIU Peacocks to see all the action as it happens live. Upper Iowa Softball is brought to you by the Alpha Tap. Satisfy that hunger with the Alpha Tap. Closer than you think. The Alpha Tap is just a short drive west on Highway 18 from West Union. Serving up delicious steaks, seafood, and monster tenderloins. The Peacock faithful are always welcome at the Alpha Tap. Upper Iowa Softball is also brought to you by Windstar Lines. Windstar Lines is the official charter bus for Peacock Athletics. Windstar Lines is your premier ground transportation source in the Midwest. Call 1-888-494-6378 to charter a motor coach today. Let's get you some stats from today's game. Upper Iowa had 20 total hits in Game 1. They scored 16 runs as they defeated the Beavers 16-2. Upper Iowa with 1 error. They did leave 8 runners on base in today's Game 1 action with Bemidji State. Bemidji State had 2 runs, 4 hits. They also had 2 errors, and they left 2 on base. Upper Iowa scored 3 runs in the second and the 4th inning. And Upper Iowa had that big 8-run 6th inning to go up by double digits. And they were able to get the mercy rule here through 6 innings as the Peacocks get the victory here at home, even though they're the designated road team once again. For your stats for the Peacocks, leading the way was Haley Hanning with 4 RBIs today off 4 hits in 5 at-bats. She also scored a run. Just behind her were 3 players tied with 2 RBIs. Rachel Anella had 2 RBIs off 2 hits, as did Bailey Haberman, 2 RBIs off 3 hits in 4 at-bats. Haberman also scored 3 runs and connected on a double. Erica Kurgan also had the 2-run home run, as she had 2 RBIs off 1 hit and 1 at-bat. And Tara Duran had the 2-run home run. She also had another hit, had another single, and she scored 2 runs in 3 at-bats. The Peacocks totaled 13 RBIs in all in that Game 1 versus Bemidji State. From the mound, it was Brooke Redmond going the distance for the 13th time this season. She went 6 innings, gave out just 4 hits. One of those was a home run to DePay in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Beavers getting a run in the bottom of the 1st and the bottom of the 6th off 4 hits. They did leave 2 on base. Redmond gave up only 1 earned run. That was the home run. She had a total of 6 strikeouts. And she did not walk a single Beaver. So the Peacocks get the win in Game 1. We'll be back with Game 2 momentarily. You're listening to the Peacock Sports Network online exclusively at UpperIowaAthletics.com. UIU Softball is brought to you by Coke Zero. What's better than drinking Coke Zero? Earning awesome prizes while you do it. Drink a Coke Zero today and visit mycokerewards.com. Coke Zero, real Coke taste and 0 calories. Be sure to tune in for the Peacocks post-game show, as we will bring you the Coke Zero player of the game momentarily. That's just a little bit later on the Peacock post-game show. UIU Softball is also brought to you by Yellow Book, searching for that local electrician. Want to know where that popular restaurant is located? Well, when you need something in a moment's notice, that's a Yellow Book moment. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW or log on to yellowbook.com today. Peacock Softball is also brought to you by the Palmer Lutheran Health Center, a Gunderson Lutheran affiliate. The mission of the Palmer Lutheran Health Center is to meet the healthcare needs of our communities, recognizing that people, knowledge, and technology are our greatest assets. Call toll-free 1-800-541-4692 to contact the Palmer Lutheran Health Center today. A big thank you to all of our sponsors: Yellow Book, Coke Zero, Windstar Lines, the Alpha Tap, Scott Pharmacy, DT's Pub and Primetime Pizza, Borders Inn and Suites, the Palmer Lutheran Health Center, and Upper Iowa University. To learn more about our corporate partnerships, contact Assistant Athletic Director for External Affairs Brock Wismiller at 563-425-5700 or log on to UpperIowaAthletics.com. Fans, don't forget to like our Facebook page by logging on to UpperIowaAthletics.com and clicking on the Facebook logo. Like our page to see all the latest stories, photos, videos, stats, and more. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter by searching for the handle at UIU Peacocks. Our Coke Zero player of the game is Haley Hanning, the senior out of Armington, Illinois. Went to Heartland Community College, transferred in as a junior. Had a stellar junior season, hit .361 last season, and has continued her hot play here in 2013. Hanning with 4 RBIs here today off 4 hits. Also scored a run in 5 total at-bats. Hanning also with 4 putouts from her center field position. Haley Hanning gets our Coke Zero player of the game, and she would have got it for Game 1 last Thursday as the Peacocks got the win at Augie 3-1. Upper Iowa getting the win here today 16-2 over the Bemidji State Beavers here in Game 1. We'll bring you Game 2 momentarily. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Peacock Sports Network online exclusively at UpperIowaAthletics.com.
I can't begin to know,
but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hand, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe there never was, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, burden runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm.